Gaffer, in a game that looked destined to finish 0-0, what a way to finish it. And you could see the emotion from you, the players, once that final whistle went, and of course the fans as well. Your thoughts of today's win?
Yeah, my thoughts was I was absolutely delighted for all of us connected at this football club. We went out today to try and go and win the game again, but Morecambe were really determined, plucky, difficult. I thought they'd done some heroic defending. I'm going to see Derek afterwards now, and I'm going to say those words to him that I thought his team was determined, plucky, and gave him everything. And we kept on. The big thing for me, which I said to the boys, was the belief that they kept on with each other. Yes, we wanted to win the game. Yes, we had an attacking real element to us, but we had to make sure as well that we kept the back door shut, really, because when you play against a team like that, you're always suspect to the counter. But I thought the boys did really, really well. So in terms of where we are today and the way the game panned out, we're just pleased that if ever you wanted the ball to drop to somebody at that distance, it was Ronan Curtis, because he's a clean strike of the ball. He tried a few of those attempts today across his body, but this one fell right and he got the right contact on it. And it was sheer relief for everybody when it ended up in the back of the net.
You mentioned the word belief there, the belief that the lad showed to get the 3 points. I think it's fair to also mention Ronan, obviously scoring the winner, but it's fair to say he was very frustrated on the pitch with some of the things that fell to him. But it was a case of him believing in himself and having that belief that if he does get that one chance, it'll hit the back of the net. And it, like you said, if it's going to fall to a person, Ronan Curtis is the man to do that, isn't he?
Yeah, and what you saw with the players today was that probably a little bit in elements of them, they were getting a little bit frustrated because, if anything, they were trying too hard in the end. But I'm just really grateful that Ronan composed himself when that chance came and he was in total control of it, got his head over the ball and struck it clean. And then when you see, my reaction is when I see him hit it clean, I look at the goalkeeper and you see him scrambling and you're thinking two things: either he's in trouble to make the save or it's already passed him in the back of the net. And I'm grateful that it was the second option that ended up in the back of the net for us. So really pleased with the boys, really pleased with the commitment they showed, really pleased with the supporters, with the energy in that Vale Park again. Great to see the attendance creep up again, really. There's more coming in here, so great to see them more coming and supporting the team on, and really, really pleased.
Let's talk about the fist pumps at the end of the game. It seemed to come from an absolute place of either pure passion or getting frustration out at the same time. Was that the case of you'd seen that happen for nearly 90 minutes? What was the feeling for you personally at that final whistle? Because I think it was the first time we've seen you do the fist bumps before, but the video shows you ran for it at the end of this game.
Yeah, I think for me it was the emotion of the game, really. I think, and when it draws on that late in the game, it's probably sheer relief as well. But the enjoyment of getting the 3 points, because our intentions was to get that. It's never easy, it's never a given. But what we set out to achieve today, we got it today, but it came late in the game. So, and just a sheer joy and adulation, really, in terms of getting the win and being able to share it with the supporters.
You were forced into a couple of changes to the squad that faced Milton Keynes last week. Ben Hennigan, George Byers, an update on those two.
Yeah, first and foremost, George, we expect him back in training next week. He just picked up a little strain that just didn't recover in time, so we're hoping that he'll be back in next week in training. Ben Hennigan's the one really that we're just disappointed. There was a little coming together in training, and Ben's going to be out for some considerable weeks.
And could that potentially rule him out for the rest of the season, or is it a case of he could be back before the season ends?
Yeah, potentially. I think we just got to get through the next couple of weeks and really assess where he's at, really. I think that's the thing, but the diagnosis, what he's picked up, it's going to be some weeks. So it's disappointing because after him coming back sort of in the team last week and putting in a real stellar, solid performance that we know he can do, unfortunate. As I said, in football's a contact one, and the incident wasn't malice at all or anything intention, and it's just a coming together of both players, and unfortunately the big man came off worse.
Back to on the pitch, we play again on Tuesday. Winning in the manner in which we did today, does that give an extra kind of push going to that game? Obviously, quick turnaround. How do we use the win today?
The win today is it's just about turning the page, really, Dan, for us. Obviously, it was a home game. We're in front of our fans. It was good to keep the momentum going from last week's game against MK Dons and keep it going today. So the win for us is fantastic. It's what we wanted to achieve. And then next on Tuesday now, we savour this tonight, and then we fix our mindset on Tuesday against a Barrow team that's fast improving, and another difficult game and a different team that we're going to come up against, but a team that will dust ourselves down, recover, and we'll do our work in getting prepared for that Barrow game.
And finally, we find ourselves at the right end of the table, coming towards the end of the season. I know you don't look at the table, but we're in for an exciting end to the season, and that's only going to show on the pitch as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think the way the league's gone, it just looks like it's a straight shootout, really, from now to the end of the season. And it's great for us to be, as a football club, be in the mix and in there. I never look too far ahead, Dan, you know me. And what I will do is just look to enjoy tonight and then look towards Tuesday's game and making sure that we're right and ready for Tuesday, because it'll be another important game for us.
Gaffer, congratulations.
Cheers.